Let's talk about a draft beer faucet. This is a standard rear seating vented faucet. This is used in most American draft systems. I want to talk about how somebody would go about cleaning it, and we'll talk about the parts along the way. So first and foremost, when you're cleaning a faucet, you want to be safe. So you're going to wear safety goggles and gloves. And then we'll disassemble this. We'll take off this first piece here. This is the lever collar. This holds the tap marker in place. The faucet actually operates totally normally without it, but this is what locks your tap marker in place. The next piece is the bonnet. When you remove the bonnet, then the lever comes out, and there's two gaskets on the lever that we'll talk about in a second, but first, once that lever comes out, the plunger slides out the back side. So on the lever, we have these two gaskets. One of these, this top one, is the friction washer. Should be nice and spongy, flexible, shouldn't be cracked or pitted or broken. And then the next one is the ball washer. The ball washer has a beveled edge that seats right down on top of the ball of the lever and allows it to move around. So you'll remove both of those. And then you have all of these parts separate, and you'll take warm water with a brush and either a mild caustic solution or some other type of detergent, and you'll brush everything clean. So you'll brush through the faucet body from all ends, and when you look down in the top of the faucet here, you can see two vent holes. One of them is visible from the outside. One of them is not. One of them, the second one, goes through to the spout. And so those can be cleaned by using either a straightened out paper clip or even better, a little dental brush or a dental tool. What you don't want to do is poke out those holes with something that would break, like a toothpick, for example. You wouldn't want to use that. So we clean the body, and then we'll scrub all these individual parts here, scrub the plunger in here and all around. We'll scrub all sides of the lever, and we'll scrub the gaskets and our bonnet and the collar, and then we'll rinse everything, and then we want to reassemble. First thing you do is take your plunger, and you take this slotted piece and slide that in so you can see that slot through the top. And then the tab of this lever will slide right down in and fit into that slot. You take the ball washer, bevel side down, put it on, followed by the friction washer, and then you replace the bonnet. Screw the bonnet on, make sure that's nice and hand tight. You don't want to over tighten it, and you also don't want it too loose, because the tightness of the bonnet determines how easy or difficult it is to open and close the faucet. If it's too loose, the faucet may just flop open on its own. If it's too tight, it's harder for the bartender to get it open quickly and get a good pour. And then you replace the lever collar. Some other things we want to think about are some of the other gaskets that I didn't mention. There's a gasket on the back side here. This is what makes a seal between the faucet and the shank. You also want to make sure this is in good condition and it's not cracked or pitted or broken. And we also want to consider the fact that some parts are made out of brass in this particular faucet, and this is less than ideal. What we want for good quality draft beer is stainless steel parts. So keep in mind that we don't want exposed brass touching the beer at any point. So this is a chrome-plated brass faucet, the body of it is, so you want to make sure that there's not any exposed brass on the inside. So ideally, again, everything is made out of stainless steel. So that's how you clean a faucet, and that's how the faucet works.